Microsoft launched Game Pass in 2017 and it's been a great service for recent years, but they finally started pushing it to its full potential at the end of 2024 and the beginning of this year. Sure, the subscription price for Game Pass Ultimate has gone up recently and now costs €18 or $20, but it's still one of the best deals in gaming right now, especially considering the inevitable price increases to standalone games, which might soon cost close to $80 or even $100. With this in mind, the price doesn't seem so high already. Let's take a look at the incredible games that have been released this year on Game Pass so far and which amazing titles are still coming to the service. In December 2024, Game Pass got its first banger. That was highly anticipated but still exceeded expectations for many people: Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Indie has not been in games for a while and many people were missing out on this franchise. Some of the younger gamers weren't even there when the last good movies were out. It's finally changed and we got a truly good adventure action with Indiana Jones and the Great Circle perfectly capturing what made this franchise so great in the past. The game has great stealth, exploration, close-up fighting mechanics, puzzles, and interesting enough story to keep you engaged. Also, Troy Baker's Indiana Jones was really good. I have a full review of the game on my channel, check it out if you're curious to learn more about the game. But let's move on to 2025. In the beginning of the year we started getting more and more surprises and great games on Game Pass, not only in AAA sector but also in small yet no less exciting AA releases. The year started with the surprising release of Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, a complete remaster of the legendary Ninja Gaiden 2 from Xbox 360 times. In addition to that, Ninja Gaiden 4 was also announced, the first main entry to the series since 2012. And of course, it's published by Xbox Game Studios and launching day one on Game Pass. Then we got a new AAA RPG from Obsidian, Avowed. It's a classic first-person RPG in the world of Pillars of Eternity. Although this game might not blow everyone away, it's still a very solid, good old big RPG, which is still a rare beast, so every launch of a good big RPG is a win in my book. Avowed follows the Obsidian RPG formula they used with, let's say, Outer Worlds. The game feels and plays very similarly, but in a fantasy world. Next, Game Pass had a strong March with 4 great day one releases: South of Midnight, Blueprints, Oblivion Remastered, and Successful Expedition 33. South of Midnight is an adventure action game with stunning and unique visuals with kind of a dark animation style. This game is an Xbox and PC exclusive for now at least, and a pretty good answer to PlayStation's Kena Breach of Spirits, released a few years back. Blueprints is an indie game made almost entirely by one person. The game is a unique puzzle adventure where you explore a house with a large number of rooms but with a limited number of steps. Every day the house changes its layout, so you have to start over slowly unraveling its secrets. A very cool game that I would have easily missed if not for Game Pass. Then we got another surprise that absolutely blew away RPG fans, and it's The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered. The game was announced and released on the same day, and it wasn't just a small resolution update but a full-blown remake on Unreal Engine 5. Bethesda and Microsoft quite underplayed it by calling it remastered, which actually gives them even more credit. Oblivion, of course, doesn't need an introduction, as it's a classic Bethesda RPG that came out back in 2006 in a long-running series of Elder Scrolls. This type of remake makes me super happy to see it. It's also a great chance for a new generation of gamers to try the game that preceded Skyrim or even familiarize themselves with the Elder Scrolls franchise for the first time. A great gift for all gamers. This release reminds me that in the time of endless leaks in the industry we still have great surprises, and releasing the game right away was a great move from Xbox. Finally, we had a Clair Obscur Expedition 33. This game is probably not only the biggest release and surprise of Game Pass but also of the whole gaming year 2025 so far. I was keeping my eye on the game ever since I saw its first trailer and gameplay announcement because I like JRPGs in general and I love when developers experiment with established mechanics, but I couldn't even imagine how amazing this game turned out to be. The game is taking a standard JRPG formula and twisting and modernizing it. What we got is an incredibly beautiful game with a French charm and a unique and interesting story. We have many things we love about our JRPGs, an interesting leveling system, turn-based fights, but we also have quick time event mechanics and fights, which I didn't know we're missing from the turn-based fights formula. I don't know how I'll be playing with without them now. Plus, the game has an incredible dark fantasy setting inspired by Souls-like games. This game is a raving success, especially as a new IP and debut game of the studio, absolutely unmissable this year. The game is currently the #1 rated game on 2025 according to OpenCritics. By the way, if you're looking for a way to discover new games and keep track of what you've played, check out Searchtoplay. It's a social platform where you can log your games, discover new ones, share reviews, and see what others are playing. Basically a Letterboxd or Goodreads for gamers. And I think for the success of Clair Obscur, at least partially, we have Game Pass to thank. Completely new franchises often struggle to achieve great sales, but with a subscription service like this, it gained enough buzz from players picking it up and eventually achieved the success it deserved. All these releases were a huge gift for all Game Pass subscribers, but it's just the beginning. We are getting the highly anticipated prequel to the modern Doom series, Doom: The Dark Ages. We are seeing incredible reviews with 86 score on OpenCritic and 85 on Metacritic. If no delay occurs later this year, we'll also get The Outer World 2, another game from the RPG wizards at Obsidian, Gears of War Reloaded, a remaster of the first game in the classic Xbox series, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3+4, another remaster of the classic Skate series, Subnautica 2, a sequel to very popular survival game, and many more great games. All in all, it really feels like Microsoft is finally delivering on the full potential of Game Pass, not just with quantity but with variety, quality, and even surprises. And if the rest of 2025 looks anything like the first half, it might be the best year the Game Pass has ever had. Let me know in the comments what Game Pass game you're most excited about this year, and as always, don't forget to log and rate it on Searchtoplay. Keep playing, take care, and I'll see you soon.